bullets fly.
They've already lost this CT side badly, but they know that. On stage here, it's going to be more mental than anything. Anything the numbers will tell you about Dust 2 in this head-to-head. But they need something to leverage. They need a few rounds this half.
Because a few rounds can make a world of difference if that's what starts to burrow into your opponent's minds. One of the things that we saw with 9Z and their inability to close versus Spirit was 2 maps with a huge advantage, substantial chances to close out that series, and still they failed.
Double upper tunnels push is perfect. No one's here. But with 2 here, Maldo in the window, it's the riflers that have to leave. And they're coming in kind of slowly over towards A.
Kindar nade out right now alone.
They're coming in way too slowly. There's a chance 9Z. The 2 rounds Furia have won is the clash at long on a low buy and the retake. Not a single time have they been in total control of a round. One off the tactic or anything.
Yeah, they'll shift it up for the final round. Double op setup.
Nice shot.
Fallen blind with that secondary op. His 3rd kill of the half. Leans back and foregoes the door control. The 9Z have played 1 round really with a trick up their sleeve. Other than that, it's been straightforward hits. So here we'll go with the commitment out through long.
That's a perfect block. They'll have lines, but 9Z aren't coming yet.
Okay. This time they will play games.
They tried all this very early into the round. 9Z have options, but this time Furia are way more awake. They've started to breach the team map control. Molodoi can see all of mid. They have Yuri inside of tunnels. This is more of a map that we were expecting to see, but Yuri has got a lot of guys coming.
Man, he's gonna have his hands full. Luchov first. There's a bit of distance between him and the next one. That gives Yuri a good chance. Multi-frag, so good on him to get the double.
And now everyone can come. They got an early warning system.
Oh yeah. Big sprints in, Mayer posted and popped. And as Wasso's been taken low, they'll find that. The 3rd round secured by Furia. It is mincemeat for the most part. 9Z, what an outing in the first half of this quarterfinal.
9Z, бля. Хорошую проблему создают для этих. Они хорошо играют, они Спирит чуть с трудом их выигрывают. Первая половина закончилась. Роснефть. Партнерство, да, у них? Ну, бля, я хочу за Фурию болеть, но они светлые. Я думаю, они выиграют еще. Лучев что-то у них не открывается, да? Бля, как он сидит вот так? Бля, мне кажется, что на НЗ возьмет вот эту раунд, да? Потому что за терроров труднее играть, чем за хопов. Еба. Nice.
A measly 3-round defense out of the side of Furia on Dust 2. And with those 3 rounds, they will look to take over to the attack and turn things around. With Mayern being as hot-handed as he is coming into this first half, I think expectations exceeded and then some.
It was insane. I mean, how clean that he was picking the cross on his T side. You know, the overall T side from 9Z was A+. Everything was great. Exactly where they play their best CS. Even though they haven't won every Dust 2 game, their peak on it, it's all on display. Mayern standing up to the pressure. Furia, on the other hand, that was only 10% of what they can give us. They know they need to rise to the occasion. They at least pick up a round at the end of the first half. But they are going to be chewing on granite to be able to bring this back. 9Z take to the easier side now.
Station 2 players in long doors swiftly. Shadow advantage is going to give Boasso a chance. And he'll chase down Yakindar for the kill. Molodoy, good rebuttal. Flashbang into the cat activation. Mayern pops the support system and knows he's got K-Serrato still stuck in this corner. Dodges the flash, knows there's assistance inbound, but he opts to stick around there.
They know someone was flashing here. They've got DGT on long too. Do they want to run it up now? Pizza, Molly's coming. Max will have to move.
Oh, he's got to dive. He doesn't get out of the position. Fallen catching.
Nice.
It is both for Fallen in that chase into the A-bomb site, trying to siege an opportunity, trying to have a grasp on this game after a free fall in the first half.
Nice.
Furia will respond with a T-side pistol win.
Excellent kills on a Fallen. I mean, let's make it a real match now. A chance for Furia. Let's see if they can start out as cleanly as 9Z did on their conversions. We're going through the checklist of things we need to see. We got Molodoy hitting a great shot on long. Fallen bringing up his score.
Fallen затащил карту. Ну, хотя и молодой тоже.
Pistol, 95, 96, one round, retire the game. Pistol,
let's fucking go. We have a fucking insane T-side. Good effort on getting those 3. Now it's focus T. Let's fucking go. Let's go, boys.
Они говорят, давайте
You'll always hear that teams
на Б.
want the T-side map agnostic to make comeback happen, because that's where you can condition, that's where you can build up, slowly control the tempo, which you can't do on CT side.
I like Sid's point there where he says good focus to at least just get 3 rounds there, and they did, right? You trickle through with 2 of the last 3 rounds of the half.
And Fallen also mentions how easily off a pistol they can even up. Kinder gets a spot. But already I like it from 9Z. As soon as they want to try anything outside into mid, it's denied. And this is with a lean towards A.
Бля, не уходи.
Already. Luchov waiting for this.
5-7 in hand and no support whatsoever. This is all him in middle.
Ooh,
Stick with the first one.
Это что за, блядь,
It's looking good until Huaso gets overwhelmed by Fallen. They don't have a nade to pop this open, so it's a Hail Mary spray from DGT with no B defense whatsoever. That is Furia to tiptoe their way to a 5th round win.
And they get to put all their puzzle pieces together. They make a great call, just like 9Z did on their T side. Path of least resistance. Mid B out. No help from the A guys. They're not there in time. It's perfect from Furia.
Still a scary sign. You get the insta 5-7 kill. You get a solid scout shot. There was no point in that first half where we looked at a piece of 9Z and said, oh, mechanical failure. Oh, individual fall off. Not yet. that is going to take many more rounds for Furia before I think 9Z start to crumble in that regard.
Майер, Майер.
I don't think we're replicating what 9Z did because I think Furia came in clammy. I think they came in cold. They didn't really show what they can do. But as far as getting the round together, the call overall, the macro of it, I think they'll be quite happy. And even here, they've only lost one. Fallen survives that bomb on 1 health.
Calculated.
Nice.
Recycling what's left from last round.
Бля. Nice все-таки.
9Z will not look to invest.
Their game plan round 15 hinges on this single MP7. Hoping they've got a heroic moment.
Бля, молодой, только не умирай.
We've got a flash, though, to set this up. Luchov going to try to take the... smoke. They're getting Molodoy to bite. Do they think somebody will come through? Because off that flash, he will. Molodoy commits to it. DGT one and done. So again, just looking to get that SMG into the activation. They do so. They kill Molodoy, and that's it. You leave the bomb in the doorway, you'll go and recover that. You've got a minute to just get through a USP and 5-7 on opposite sides of the map. Chance to catch your breath really here if you are Furia, and this is exactly what they said in that halftime listen-in. Guys, good focus to get those 3 rounds. Now win pistol, 9-6, and then we play our game. Here we are.
Yeah, it's a moment for Fallen to go, are we gonna win this round, guys? Because then we can start talking about the real calls versus the real setups. But that part of the job is done, and again, looking very successful. 1 death again. And Furia suddenly, even though they start slow, know they can bring this back.
Что за баг Португалии?
Thing is, for 9Z, we saw a masterclass first half. We saw not enough for Furia. They split pistols, that's great, but it's 9Z's CT setups that I think some of the best, especially the M4CK. Great tag here for Molodoy, though.
Ну да, у них все закупились.
Almost knocks down old Nate setting a player in 1 shot.
Не надо ошибаться в этом раунде. Поря.
We've seen 9Z's inability to close Dust 2 versus Spirit, once leading 11-6 in that map, and it still was not enough. Here they are versus Furia, 2 rounds short of that quota, and still watching their opponents claw back.
First rifle of the second half.
Can Mayern tap into the ability he showed us on the attack, because those doors had his name stamped across them.
Nice.
Hell, not even the doors, just the gap. The one that Molodoy currently has the op positioned within, but smoked off at a minute. And we're getting all this utility coming out of 9Z. Fire to the catwalk, smoke into the doorway. Check the nades they have left here. Borchov with an incendiary, and that's it.
They're forcing them just to go for their exec now because they're failing to get that rotation. The info's getting denied inside of middle. They're going to have to commit through something without knowing everything.
There's a lot of attention out towards this mid crossfire, though. DGT currently with a nade in hand. If he throws it to catwalk, he won't be able to help out in mid.
M4CK is about to flank this. Molodoy coming in to look behind him, but has to turn around. Time is low. They fought really well.
Now the crunch. Middle holds. Max slams the door shut. Quasar's flank delivers a second. And it is only Yakindar who has still slipped this net with 20 seconds. Can't respond. 9Z sat back just enough.
I'm sorry, but this round is exactly how Furia needed to start the game. This is activity inside of middle. This is denying every little bit of map control that 9Z are looking for. That Furia are looking for. The M4CK flank is a given at that timing. Even though Molodoy's game sense is telling him to watch that flank at 36 seconds, he also has to help the exec and hope that they aren't pushing. That's not going to happen today versus 9Z. They're showing they're playing well in both halves.
First gun round's theirs.
It's on Furia to find a gap. 9Z can't come into this game and give them lessons about how to play CS. Furia touched top 1 last year. They're the ones with trophies. They're the ones with all the experience. Max looks up to Fallen.
Ну тут, блядь, молодой, блядь, задничек.
But 9Z are the ones playing better right now, straight up.
And it's 9Z that took this pause
Обрадовался,
that just
когда
ended.
молодой умер, кстати.
Giving Bit a chance to have a word. Opt for Molodoi on the cross. Unable to find any value out of it as we go 3 players to long immediately here for 9Z. Just starting the round off in the chance that Furia decide to try to blow those doors off the hinges.
It's very difficult to push a team into time trouble on this map. 9Z successfully did that by playing on dig to the top of mid.
Сняли, блядь, 70% хп.
This is the kind of pressure that pays off later on. Furia's money's low. DGT looking to time his AGs.
DGT.
Furia aren't ready to do anything quite yet.
There's plenty more utility where those ones come from. Just joggling it over to the ramp. I see 3 frag grenades already. Plus an incendiary extra.
They're waiting for the exact. I mean, they're not even trying to punish the default that might turn into a mid-B. They're ready for an A play. They're right about it, too.
This doesn't get popped, but Luchov playing the
pass.
Yep. Double Molly execute comes out from Furia. They're about to let those nades fly, and DGT's just going to answer with utility of his own. It's a barrage. It is a bloodbath. There is no successful entry here for Furia. The smoke soon to fade. As they fade out of this assault, only until Molodoi connects with one on the op, and Yakindar, yes, he's emerged from long, but he's got to get this going. It's Molodoi with a second. Yakindar still so cautious. We hit 15 seconds, and that bomb's still yet to cross. Wasso now found out. Yakindar, damn, nearly drops the ball. Another nade. This one for Yuri, and it barely chips away at him, so it will be a healthy man advantage with eyes on the cross for Furia to somehow have reclaimed control of that site.
And they were able to pause, and that's what they needed.
Heroic moment from Molodoi. In the middle of that messiness, the perfect call to answer via utility, and he lands both these shots.
Yeah, absolutely. Clutch out of Molodoi. That's very scary, though, all those bits of utility moving into the right spot before the cat exec even started.
Game plan fantastic.
Yeah, it's still worrying. It's still worrying. But it's a round on the board for Furia.
6-7.
And when you're playing against a team that's really good, sometimes you got to win those losing situations.
Let's go, guys. Stay on the game. Stay on the game. Only one go around. Let's get more. That's what.
It's not just Cologne. It's not just a major. It's a Cologne major, and everyone can feel it.
I love this press, though. 9Z again get active. There's just no hesitation from this team. And Yakindar's util usage serves as an invitation. They'll swing, and he finds the headshot a little quicker than his last duel in the previous round. Mayron's on the fallback. Molodoi will not let DGT escape. That 2-man forward mid play costs 9Z bodies.
It's an excellent pickoff. They've covered everything. And now they have the right to chill a little bit. They can start to stage whatever attack they want to. See if another push happens. See if someone's thirsty for a frag. That's dangerous. Mayron, a stick. Perfect shot.
Молодой. Fucking idiot.
Picked up, man advantage earned.
Just the right amount of mayonnaise, and here comes
Max onto the flank, caught out by Yuri. At least his headshot's swift. You're gonna know Mayron's got that op over towards the A site, and you know damn well Wasso's off somewhere towards B. What's your move, Yuri?
One player with a positive KD here on Furia, looking for the 1-on-2.
Interesting pathing.
Блин, нам идет, да? Или что, засейвится, что ли он?
Through the smoke,
давай, я думаю, ты соберешь.
Encroaching ever closer. If Mayern can't hold his nerve, if he gets caught off by this unexpected proximity out of Yuri, then the bomb plant's going to go uncontested. And sure enough, he gets the
Nice.
Found it. The routing's perfect. He gets that plant down. He's got a molly.
The amount of clutches Yuri has won in 2026 is a statistical anomaly. And in a year where we have seen his individual level taper off to that of which was a driving force in 2025, now is a hell of a time for Yuri to try to end this.
And he's playing a catch-all position. Waso's coming in, expecting to clear this. Yuri's just got to hit the great shot.
Oh, does he expect it? Does he start to consider it? Crosshair in the right spot! That's clear! Waso doesn't peek!
Nice.
And instead, Yuri sticks the landing.
Юрий, бля, затащил,
What a
брат.
moment for Yuri. Comes away with the op, the clutch, and makes it a 2-round game. What a thing to do on stage.
The first clutch of this quarterfinals. Could not come any more critical moment.
Вот этот дебил, как туда не посмотрел, придурок.
With those frags, Yuri takes over as the top performing player on Furia right now.
Another full control situation for 9Z, but another one that Furia bring back. And Sid's coming in to say, okay, we've got all this pop-off potential. That's excellent, but let's start taking control of things with our game plan. We should also have that to our advantage. 9Z are now in a moment where they realize, counting up the rounds they should have won, the half buy, that clash at long, this clutch, this game could have been over. How many more moments are they going to be gifted?
Battle of the Oppers in round 19 could be found. Smoke to the doorway and then a second. DGT flash for the challenge. Oh, perfect jump.
They flashed him, they smoked him molly. They see nothing else inside of middle as well.
There have been few rounds in this second half where 9Z do not try to take an initiative. We've seen it cost them with the double up towards top mid, this time 5v4 earns.
Very strong cat setups. Last time they walked right into this. They're going to test his metal again.
No difference, and it's supported by a duo of riflers right in front of it. Luchov gets his, falls back, DGT sticks around, and a 2 versus 5 seems unthinkable.
Molodoy drops the bomb. He wants to take action some way. 2 on 5, but still a minute up.
That constant looming threat of Waso peek towards long, yeah, Yuri feels preoccupied to hold it.
They're still a little bit weak towards me, but bomb's not gotten picked up yet. This could potentially be a long save. And it will be, it looks like, for Furia. They will simply give up in 11th round.
Waso gets active.
Nice.
Finds himself slain.
30 seconds.
And, yeah, no, it's still gone.
Not even trying.
But good to know that your intuition of holding those long doors is constant. Waso couldn't help himself. 5v2 goes for it. There was value in trying to cancel out the Yuri Molodoy save. But it looks like 9Z content to just let them have these 2 rifles in the next one.
You're never going to have to police 9Z on how active they're being. There hasn't been a round that hasn't had the right amount of activity. Again, another full control situation. This time, it actually gets converted. 9Z closer to that finish line.
And it's such a classic conversation in Counter-Strike that you can play this kind of Counter-Strike, this aggressive, confident, active, mobile CT side, and then you hit the big stage and the nerves creep in and the confidence dwindles. And suddenly you're not making those moves that can make or break big moments. But tonight, 9Z have. Not looking to let another stage game escape them.
Well, the streak will continue for one of these teams in the wrong direction. There's only one winner tonight, and it feels like Fury are painfully aware of that.
Love this setup. 2 best riflers on 9Z sitting right in front.
They're also not flashing it. I mean, the first time they ran into it, sure.
Бля, плохо, у них денег нету, блядь.
Molodoy back to the midpoint. Only 1 cross. There's a weakness towards this B site. Bombs heading that way, 3 players strong in the tunnels.
Фурия сала этот гейм.
It takes a second, but Luchov joins forces alongside Max. And K-Serato's already through. Ooh, they're limit testing now.
K-Serata
Furia
нормально сеть-то,
starting
блядь.
to get ahead of some of these timings.
Yep, there is a chance.
This is one of the most empty mid plays we've had from 9Z CT side, but it's also some of the most utility we've seen Furia throw on this cat approach.
Re-smoking middle, so I think Furia know they have a chance. Nade will come out.
Yep, it's gonna pop it open. Pistols in
Why,
front. Easy.
бля?
Chew through the 2 of those. And now the 3 rifles will have to try and answer, but now you've got a ton of bodies here in the CT spawn. And as they layer up, bomb has been dropped in the middle of all that because the pistol players pushed past. And if these smokes fade, there is no chance that you can reclaim this. Молодой weakened even further still. Oh, Guaso could have gotten caught as that smoke fade. Lucky to be alive.
That would have been nice. They still haven't dealt with either player, and B Max already pushing the tunnels.
Constant on the back line, R9Z.
He knows how to do the finishing move. Like when there's time on his side, like he is. He's the one taking the map control.
And Molodoi is so concerned about flank that they're not worried about lower tunnels. Not this close. Oh, at least he won't get away with the escape. That's what's in Yuri's mind. Another late round moment here for Yuri to try to get impact. But remember, still no bomb.
Yeah, I mean,
this is just a fadeaway, walk-away moment from Furia. 9Z are about to secure their 12.
We'll see if they can even walk away. Yuri's going to walk right into his death. One of the 2 players who saved last round. That investment wasn't great, was it? Something. Oh, that's something awful. Molodoi has to be the hero this next round or it's over. They bought behind those 2 guns saved. There is no op multi or double entry to work with. Perfect support from 9Z on this CT side.
That's getting one back through the CT smoke, but nobody peeled off of that B-bomb site. And the 3 remaining members of Furia just don't have the gas. Oh, there's a wallbang at least on Luchov for Furia to try to hang on with. We saw what 2 pistols turned into previous round. Well, now you've just got quadruple Tech 9s around this op.
Last round, we did see them playing a bit more free when they didn't have that much coming into it. It felt like the right energy. Double flash getting ready here for Guaso Peak. And he's putting himself in a position to spam blind, actually.
Crosshairs in the perfect place. We'll see what comes up. Flash hits. He doesn't shoot immediately.
Nice.
And that's going to leave Yakindar with a chance, not only for the kill, but the upgrade. You put an AK in Yakindar's hands, you give Furia just a slightly larger chance. Molodoi versus Mayern in a moment. Flashbangs, yeah, not only hits him, but they confirm he's stuck behind this car. At a minute, though, there is still map control everywhere else for Furia.
Molodoi making sure Mayern hasn't left. Can't be certain about it.
Can 9Z keep up these ambitious moves? It's a quick peek into the cat play. It's a firebomb that gives them a path. It's DGT maybe ahead of what Furia may expect. Sure enough, Yakindar's down. Oh, nice. Good Tech 9 answer back by Yuri. Mayern's still locked into this position. It's going to have to be Luchov. Tag through the doors at the start of the round to try and keep off this cat pressure. 3 players in their attempt to push through.
Mayern doesn't have to worry about long. Molodoi can't scale on him either.
20 seconds.
Oh, shot.
Nice.
His shot, but now Molodoi's got his. 15 to the clock. K-Serrato open road, but there's a fast flank in behind him.
Here comes Max, never stopping.
Oh, but the cover, it's offered up from the side, now bomb planted. Max looking to close this, and as he finds the headshot to K-Serrato.
He's diving in.
Molodoi on the other side. Max will stick the landing. 9Z do not waste their chance to strike first. Quarterfinals, map 1 secured.
Major students versus the professor, and a T side from the former that is worthy of an A+ try, as Furia might to claw this one back into their control. That slow start cost them time and time again. Jacob, we would have been totally worthy of saying, hey, the nerves for 9Z, they could come into play on this very stage. It was anything but that tonight.
Yeah, it felt like the 9Z we saw in the beginning of stage 3, to be completely honest, when they were taking Vitality and beating them, when they were taking a fight against Spirit and arguably could have beaten them. This was a well-playing 9Z 9Z, who did everything in their own order in order to get the best chances of winning this game. I think, again, we spoke about how decisive they were and how they opened up the rounds. Speaking of openings, I think they went 15-6 in opening kills going their way, or something along those lines. So they gave themselves all the space they needed in order to close out enough rounds, because it was getting a bit dicey here in the second half at times. But Jason, I'll be honest, that was a surprise to me.
Dude, I think the first half, it felt like they were a step ahead of Fury and Fallen the whole way. I thought that was actually a sick T half that they were able to call. How many times did we...
You may expect. Sure enough, Yakindar's down.
Nice.
Good Tech-9 answer back by Yuri. Mayern still locked into this position. It's going to have to be
Давайте,
Luchov. Tag through the doors at the start of the round to try and keep off this cap pressure. 3 players in their attempt to push through.
Mayern doesn't have to worry about long. Molodoi can't scale on him either.
20 seconds.
Oh, shot.
Nice.
His shot, but now Molodoi's got his. 15 to the clock. K-Serrato open road, but there's a fast flank in behind him.
Here comes Max, never stopping.
Oh, but the cover, it's offered up from the side, now bomb planted. Max looking to close this, and as he finds the headshot to K-Serrato.
He's diving in.
Stricken Molodoi on the other side. Max will stick the landing. 9Z do not waste their chance to strike first. Quarterfinal. You may expect. Sure enough, Yakindar's down.
Nice.
Good Tech-9 answer back by Yuri. Mayern still locked into this position. It's going to have to be Luchov. Tag through the doors at the start of the round to try and keep off this cap pressure. 3 players in.
Чё, блядь?
You may expect. Sure enough, Yakindar's down.
Nice.
Good Tech-9 answer back by Yuri. Mayern still locked into this position. It's going to.
Да. Чё за хуйня?
You may expect. Sure enough, Yakindar's down.
Nice.
Good Tech-9 answer back by Yuri. You may expect. Sure enough, Yakindar's down.
Nice.
Good
Что там? Да, там. Киргизбек придурок saat 11'de varsan. Sure.
You may expect. Sure enough, Yakindar's down.
Nice.
Good Tech-9 answer back by Yuri. Mayern still locked into this position. It's going to have to be
Давайте,
Luchov. Tag through the doors at the start of the round to try and keep off this cap pressure. 3 players in their attempt to push through.
Mayern doesn't have to worry about long. Molodoi can't scale on him either.
20 seconds.
Oh, shot.
Nice.
You may expect. Sure enough, Yakindar's down.
Nice.
Good Tech-9 answer back by Yuri. Mayern still locked into this position. It's going to have to be
Давайте,
Luchov.
заберите этот
Tag
раунд.
through the doors at the start of the round to try and keep off this cap pressure. 3 players in their attempt to push through.
Mayern doesn't have to worry about long. Molodoi can't scale on him.
You may expect. Sure enough.
We see like Molodoi left alone at Relic. K-Serrano could never figure out if he was supposed to be in middle for a mid to B split, if he was supposed to shift over to help with nades and utility. They could never get that coordinate. Then you add the slow starts from the individual players. But really, I think that's a testament to the tough battles they had against Vitality and Spirit in Stage 3. I think the fact that they got taken so close in such a grindy atmosphere, that's, I think, what gave them the confidence and the ability to stay in that game and actually persevere.
That was phenomenal from 9Z. The way they played, just the approach, they were in Furia's face the entire time, but it happens again for Furia. Come playoff time, everyone goes missing, and it's just the style of play, like on that CT side. Just sit back, let 9Z execute. Where's the aggression? Where are the mid-round information plays from Yakinder? Why isn't he on short sometimes getting flashed in? Why aren't they doing something? They tried one round to go aggressive immediately, you know, at the start of the round. It didn't work out, but for most of that, we were talking about their CT side. This wasn't it. Like, they're just sitting back, getting executed on, coming in for the retakes, right? There was no proactive plays, no taking the fight to 9Z in a consistent way, and that's why they had a field day.
It was the exact inverse of what you said could be catching 9Z off guard, right? If you're Fury, you want to get in their faces. Turns out the shoe was on the other foot, which is insane.
It felt like Furia kind of, especially in the first like 6-7 rounds of that game, they had like the same reaction that Yanko just had of just like, oh, it's happening again. Like, here we are in the quarterfinal, and here we are struggling down 0-5. And I felt like at some point during that game, some of the plays from Molodoi, I started to sense he like fell back into that trap of trying to overextend to make plays. I think he was probably frustrated he was having a quiet game. He was probably frustrated he wasn't having impact, letting his team do better. I just got away from Furia so far in the first half.
We'll get into that in just a second, though, because we do need to go back to the first half. Yanko, what have you got for us?
Yeah, I think it's one of these rounds where you see, like Jason pointed out, falling into some of these old traps for Furia and trying to do too much. Even though you're losing, you cannot panic here. Molodoi hits a great random shot to get the entry onto Myron, who was absolutely lights out. 9Z, after a while, decides to just execute A. Again, they're just being executed on, but it's fine. 5v4, 5v3. He drops down the smoke and decides to play around it. Dude, you do not need to do this in a 5v3. Just save the smoke, fall back. You have a two-man advantage. Let your teammates rotate in. Buy some time. Instead, he dies. That's one less player. Look at these angles that now 9Z is taking. You can't do that if an op is on long. He's going to take your head off. Max, great ending to the game, had a great game throughout, some crispy shots here, and they shut down the retake. And this is exactly the sort of thing that your teammates are going to get frustrated about. Like, you're struggling for your life here, you're trying to get back into the game, you have a 5v3, and then you throw it away.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that's beautifully explained. The backing away from the op, and then you let your teammates clear mid. Yeah, and those are the things that just seemed like Furia had them at some point during Stage 3, and they've kind of fallen by the wayside and have been forgotten.
And for Molodoi, their core of stars has been great every major in groups. Then come playoffs, no one shows up, and Molodoi has the biggest drop-off of them all, right? And I don't know if it's the nerves at this point or what it is, but it just keeps happening, and you can't have your best guys, especially the openers. That's the biggest problem for Fury. You're gonna watch this game or the stats and you'll say, K-Serrano, where was he? What can he do when his openers are not getting any openings and he's 3v5? Like, there's not much really for you to do from that situation.
That's what it feels like for Molodoi, and that's what you said as well, Jason. Then it comes into his own mind as well, where he then tried to overextend himself a little bit to get back into the game, and maybe that's the right thing to do at times, but I think for Molodoi it's been a reoccurring issue that that's not really the way you get back into a game. You gotta stick with the game plan, you gotta stick with your style, because we know that he's good for it if he positions himself right, but once you start to, I guess, panic a little bit in the way you approach the game, that's when a good team like 9Z will punish you.
Can I just say too, I mean, you know, if we're gonna stick on the Molodoi point, Mayern was looking more like Molodoi than Molodoi was. Mayern had a sick game with the AWP, and that's the crazy thing, is like, Furia win their first round in that first half, and you think, all right, let's get it going, let's string a couple together, start feeling better, and then Mayern hits a blinder on the cross, and you're playing 5-on-4 immediately, and then the next round he does it again. So like, right when you're in a position to get your momentum back, that's when a little bit of luck, maybe, I'm not gonna say luck, but a little bit of fortune goes your way of nailing those two shots on the cross. And what are you supposed to do if you're Furia? Backs against the wall again. And this is why it was so crazy hearing Yakinder say that in the opening interview. It's like, how is that on your mind when you say like, oh, we've gotten to the quarterfinals, and just kind of get upset? And it's like, boys, that can't be the mindset. That can't be the thought running through your head here.
Speaking of Mayern, when was the last time you saw an AWP player hit that many shots through the crossing from doors on Dust 2? Saiwu, maybe. I don't think he's done that many in one game.
Not that well.
Not that well, not that consistent. That was insane from Mayern. And coming into the playoff, right, he was the worst rated AWP player out of all the ops heading into the playoff. He'd been struggling a little bit in terms of struggling, sure, Still winning with 9Z, but he wasn't really the driving force or the catalyst. But in this game on the T side, once you open up almost every single buy round with your AWP taking...
Guys like Yakinder, they need some openers. They need to make Fallen's life slightly easier. Whether that's going to be Yakinder calling around for himself or his own number, what sort of openings, whether that's something you saw in your prep and you already have rounds set for early on in the half. But if you're constantly playing 4v5s, 3v5s, like that's not going to be a fun time on the T side.
If anything, I don't think the way 9Z is going to play is going to change that much. They're going to be proactive. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to try to look for those openings. So if I'm Furia, if I'm Yakinder, if I'm Fallen, I want my teammates to punish that aggression, because it's going to be ramp peaks, it's going to be pushing apps, it's going to be a B apps push at a certain timing as well. And I would be surprised if 9Z doesn't try to retake middle in the middle of a round as well. When that happens and when you offer the opportunity to punish that aggression from 9Z, that's the first way and best way of stopping that. If they don't do that, they'll continue to do it round after round after round, as we saw in Dust 2.
I think we'll see pretty early on what kind of a mood Fury is in for this second map, like in the first 3 gun rounds. If you look at the group stage that they played, Yakinder was like, he's always kind of testing some limits, right? He was playing so well, I think, that he was feeling the game and reading it very well and so confident in it. He was doing his classic, like, take some risks and get the high end of the reward. Walk through a smoke here because you kind of sense the defense based off what's come. If that is missing when we get into this and see their T side, it's an issue, because he is such a critical part to this offense, creating space for so many people.
What I liked about this game is we also talk so much about the pressure, the stage, the arena, the noise, everything. And you'd think after winning a 3v5 and a 1v2, you know, that gives the momentum over to the side of Furia. Like now, oh, 9Z is going to start breaking. But ultimately, it doesn't matter if what you do on the server, you know, isn't that great. And 9Z had the sort of fortitude to keep taking the game to Furia, and Furia couldn't handle it. They just couldn't handle the fights. They couldn't handle the aggression, and until if they can't figure out a way to switch that up on Mirage, they're done.
We've just got a couple of seconds left, but I do just want to pose the question to you, Janko. Do you think it's possible that 9Z actually do this, actually make it to the center?
I think it's over. I think Furia's just choking again, and they can't perform on the major playoff stage. That's it, 9Z taking it.
Well, we've got a hell of a lot left to be desired from the side of Furia, and fair play after that shambolic performance on Dust 2. Is it another major playoffs fumble from the side of Furia? Those answers will be delivered on Mirage.
The best of Counter-Strike 2. Available now on shop.esl.com.
Bro, you're baiting every round. What are you talking about? I had so many trades. You're trading anything. You're miles away. I carried you. Tell me one round. Hold on. Let me pull up CS stats. Oh, wait. My bad.
You suck. Settle your debates. Search your profile on CS Stats and turn on tracking to see all your games.
The Dispatch is back and looking better than ever.
Oi! Get a move on, you know who we are!
This season, it's bigger deliveries.
It's alive, Hugo.
Bigger personalities.
Efficient way of working.
And bigger problems.
Trace!
Featuring special guests.
Alex, what the hell is happening?
And of course, the team you know and love.
Is this really necessary?
There it is! $100,000!
I've had enough of you! Be careful what you wish for.
The Dispatch. The all-new season premieres February.
Imagine first map you're starting over past T side, the crowd who bro, hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be hard.
So
we've been there.
So what will we pick?
You guys have any ideas
for you guys?
Yeah.
Against 9Z.
Yeah, bro. We need ideas, bro.
Maçtan kaça 75
You think our Inferno is good? Goated?
70
first pick. Inferno we were thinking as well. Inferno, maybe.
I mean, you cannot pick Overpass, you know.
Why not?
They're picking Overpass.
They're picking Overpass and Nuke.
Faces.
It is.
They picked Overpass 4 times.
And Nuke.
They picked Nuke twice and Inferno once.
Third map on Overpass. If
you go pick Overpass, bro. That's the
they're banning
That's the best
Anubis, right?
Overpass in South America.
Well,
They ban
Anubis.
Anubis.
Makes sense.
They ban Anubis, yeah.
So they ban Anubis, we ban Ancient, then it's Overpass. Overpass Nuke is going to be one of those third. Because no way they pick... Maybe they pick Nuke against
They're going to pick this, Chum.
31
You can put this on air before the details so they know that I know.
Is there maps which you would be afraid to play against Fury?
То есть реально сейчас вот вы обсуждаете, то есть то, что вы вчера не обсуждали, какие у вас карты будут с челами, да?
Вы дебилы, блядь. Просто
шоу, да?
Не, на самом деле мы не обсуждали, нет.
See, Yanko understands.
Is there?
He doesn't speak, but he understands.
Is there maps where you think about Fury? This map, I don't want to play it.
Yeah, which map do you think like Fallen has a big impact city side? He's already laughing, bro. He goes kill me long every time.
You sure you want to answer to that? I think that's Anubis for sure, yeah.
Ah, shut up. I don't Yeah, but I have new tricks on Anubis, bro. Watch out.
New tricks?
Don't, bro. Don't
No way. Second up on Anubis. We are so...
No. That would be too easy, bro.
That's too easy for me. I don't play out because it's too easy, bro.
Bro, we're still waiting a team that's gonna pick Anubis against us.
Yeah,
we haven't played an official since February.
4 months now.
There's the flash, that's going to catch Crims out, they're going to push on through, M4CK gets one, but Crims with a spray down, he gets himself the triple, and Fnatic are not done yet!
Can you believe it?
9Z. They come in, they win the first map. They shock the stage here in quarterfinals. They do everything they need to show you that they can win this series and pull off the big upset of the quarterfinals. Some said the easier side of the bracket. 9Z say they agree. Are they going to be the threats to make it to Grands? And are Furia going to be the ones to crumble underneath the pressure of this arena? Fallen's won it before, but doing it twice, doing it 3 times and setting a record. That's a mounting pressure maybe no one can stand. But that's a reality they'll have to face now versus a team that deserves to be here.
Played their game and then some. Back on Dust 2. Let's see what they've got in store for us on Mirage. 9Z to the CT side to start it. Maladoy head tuck, P250. Ooh, missed chances. Had a first kill. Boss OP confirms lower tunnels. We've got Mayern just trying to keep himself alive here. Support system looks good. Where there's one, there's more. That's the case with 9Z.
Uh-oh, that's scary already, man.
Sure, Fallen, you can take over the A site. Sure, Yuri, you can take B. But what you don't have is the bomb. That belongs to Mayern.
How you going to make this connection? Luchov, he's in safety. He can get information. Will he leave a gap big enough that Fallen can take advantage? That's the question. There are police everywhere.
It is just instant.
There's no punish pick in this series, Connor. Mirage at the bottom of the map pool by the numbers here for 9Z.
There's one. Hold your horses. We've got low HP Mayern. We've got half HP Max.
Surely not another clutch for Yuri.
Look at that dink. Now DGT's down low.
Ooh. All they have to do is kill time until he can't get that bomb back. Will they be too nervous?
Tunnels player's gonna have to go really wide to get this angle. Yuri's halfway. He can dodge this threat behind him, but he's got to move. And now he's got another 1v1 locked in. He doubles back.
And Max makes the brave move of getting back up connector. Will Yuri clear it?
He's gonna run in. Max to the left side, Yuri. Oh, he's still got 3! Show us your teeth! Come on, Yuri, bite deep! Mayern moves fast in, 12 health, Yuri. This is just so instrumental. 9Z thought they had this in the bag. Yuri confirms. How are you gonna move this forward, Mayern? You've got a flash, but don't you dare pull that out. It's gonna have to be the surgical headshot, 4th kill on a silver platter. Lo and behold, Furia strike first.
The one they can count on to clutch. Does it again. One-ups himself on Mirage. A wholly impossible situation.
Sectioned off piece by piece. A chance for Mayern, but the health advantage too much, and it's Yuri. We saw it back in the first map. Just a glimpse of his clutch ability. We thought maybe that could get Furia's game going. Well, how about starting a map with that instead? There is no mountain of 9Z rounds that you were meant to surpass. But there is a looming threat here in the second round of Mirage that a force buy could rebound right back. Fallen sees the sandwich drop.
This keeps coming for you. Oh no, he's gonna start shooting. Max
Lutov got Fallen.
Yeah, he gets that kill. Oh, it's all for naught. It doesn't matter if they can't pull out the second round.
Max now hands to the Galil. Yakindar's gonna wait for that bomb to arrive.
Mayern's calling for help, right? No, sorry. Mayern's going to window. Max isn't calling for help. He'll fall back.
MP7 doesn't instantly jump. Now that double market rotation comes in. 9Z's bodies are throwing themselves to the B side as Max just keeps his head down low. And there's the MP7 kill for Yakindar. 2v5 clawback is what's demanded of them. 50 to the clock. There's the second. Molodoy's now on the scene. And with Yakindar putting fire to the feet, Molodoy pinched off from the catwalk, and they get it. 9Z force buy right back.
They null the clutch. They null it entirely. For the mental, 9Z would replay this situation the exact same way if they knew that they denied the conversion. Nothing feels better than that for them. Nothing feels worse for Furia.
Trying to buy back themselves instantly.
Are the lights too bright? HEs come cascading into the A sides. The right side smokes come out. They look to make it a second tier exec to draw out any incendiaries if the CTs have them. They stay wide awake in mid with 2 on the A side. It's still a good looking setup from the CT side.
Double smoke, well timed.
Oh, smoke to Palace and a ramp.
Oh yeah. Daunting effort now for Furia to get through. And 9Z are gonna know they'll be desperate to try and puncture. And so a Desert Eagle kill from Molodoy's all they've received. Wasso Peak's got the cover good. Mayern hard commitment. K-Serrato fighting. It'll be majority standing at the end of round 3 as 9Z pull ahead.
Can we talk about how ready 9Z are for every single move Furia are making? Back on Dust 2, here on Mirage. Again, so I was trying to say during the Yuri clutch that shouldn't have happened. From the bottom of their map pool, here is Mirage. They've lost 3 out of 4 games. But one of those losses is to Spirit in overtime. The game they won was against Vitality. They fixed up the place just in time for the major.
You can think about that frag grenade for the little that this round will last. Quick kills inside of the A site. Your clocks mean nothing to a 9Z rolling forward with now what is massive momentum. The gun rounds will keep on coming. The tests will be thrown their way. But you're painting a beautiful picture about a 9Z that can do this.
They have incredible, I mean, they just have incredible rotations. They have the whole spirit of Latin America in their gameplay. They still bring it. Furia are, a Frankenstein team in terms of the styles they bring in, and they They have a personality, absolutely, but 9Z are more pure in terms of
бля,
what we are
полон.
used to seeing. Those original South American lineups. They bring the ferocity to their CT sides.
Bro, Yakindar fast in through the fire. And it's a Molodoi first blood.
Oh, this works out.
And that ambition down through underpass, well worth it for the 5v3. Max once again looks to just skate by this threat. Now, Bomb is deep inside apartments, so there's a little hesitation. And within that timing, Max strikes one down. And then,
oh no. Oh no.
Что случилось?
Oh no.
Round still live. Bomb's picked up.
Бля, что случилось?
Max making a move off of the catwalk.
At least the bomb isn't on Queserado over there. They have to try to refocus. There's a chance to take him out. Mayor not watching this.
Yep, good trades. Huaso from the bottom of connector,
Yeah.
and Molodoi low health with that Galil top mid. Never really had a chance to get active. He gives it a pause, and he'll try to use the element of surprise to win this 1v2. Oh, but the trade's good. The numbers make a difference. Max goes up 5-2 with a 3K and puts 9Z comfortably leading 4-1.
Yeah, at the pause and start this out. Queserado's game crashed. At a moment where Max takes one out and he's up there in B-Apps.
It's a tough thing to stomach. It's sure as hell not the venue you want to deal with this, and yet, professionals they are. Whew. I've got to say, Cologne, it's been 10 years I've done this job. It is Launders and I's first time having the privilege of casting in this cathedral, and from where I'm standing up here in the rafters, this room is beautiful.
Yeah, it's all that.
It's an honor to be here with you guys tonight. You're in for a treat with Counter-Strike all weekend long.
An imposing presence from the upper deck in this arena.
Бля,
And yet
нормально, да
somehow,
сядьте,
it
дурак.
doesn't shake 9Z.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And they had every right to, and if they did, it would be the least surprising thing. Even Magic said, you know, they play insane, but we'll just have to see if the crowd affects them. Still waiting on that. There were a lot of Furia fans here,
Но они
naturally,
правда хорошо играют, 9Z.
but I think 9Z will start to win some back. They keep playing like this.
Stuffed. No contest with the Tech-9 up catwalk, and Huaso just banking on his teammate. I love the confidence. Let these pistols try their damnedest. It's a rock-solid defense across the board. Not one death on the side of 9Z so far.
Furia continuing to get pieced up. Obviously, an unfortunate disconnect.
Ноль.
Outside of that, though, it's
Пятый
been
раунд, 0
the
киллов.
slow starts. Domineering CT sides again. Just have to talk about how good they are making connections. Tell me about a round where they didn't know where Furia were going. I can't even think of a single round in this series where they weren't aware of what Furia were going to do next. Genuinely. And in the vast majority of rounds that Furia won back on Dust 2, 9Z still knew what they were doing. They just clutched up. They just battled through a lot of CTs. The rubber is meeting the road here for 9Z. The flowers are being handed out. And Max has said it. They're trying to garner the respect of the Tier 1 teams that they feel that they can compete against.
Fight for forward lost. Blue job, hands on him. Another duel just over the edge of it. And you've got Molodoi low health on the answer, trying to get Yakindar into this mix. As Huaso Peak turns his back, that's a safety net for middle momentarily. Mayern going wide out through A site. He knows Yuri's locked in. This will be a high pressure shot in a moment. But that moment seemingly fleeting. Yuri killed while Mayern's blind. We get the walkout from the ramp, confirming the attack as Molodoi's low HP will remain a liability, and yet Mayern still just gives him a little more space, a little more time.
He was holding just wide enough to be able to hit that. The lamp flash is perfect, but Yakinder has a lead. Flash comes out of the A ramp, rotations coming around, CTs are slow to be. There's a chance for Furia to pick this up. There's a real chance. Furia come into this beaten and bruised. And they may not believe that they could find an empty site because they have not been able to find them versus this team. But here it is. The opportunity is granted. A 3-on-2 retake, but they have the site.
Walking at the perfect moment, Molodoy, with Luchov going top middle. Look how much he fell for this. And so a smoke grenade offered up for Yakindar.
Max has an HE, watch out for this.
Yakindar's got to stuff this side of the retake. Remember Molodoy's low HP, you'd think you can't bank on this.
Are they both jumping cat? Nope.
Mayern's not. Max slick move, but by the time they arrive, not wanting to deal with the smoke, instead they've got fire in front of them. There's a kid on Max, there's a kid on Mayern.
And there's a smoke on Luchov.
He's trying to arrive from the apartments. Yakindar just picks up the first duel. There goes that low health of Molodoy.
They can dive it.
They're gonna try to get, hands on, and Mayern just slips by.
I don't think there's enough time here.
Oh, it's really close, but they miss it. Timing on the side of Furia, they'll sweep away those last two 9Z members. A hard-fought second round, and one with a massive price tag.
Hit those cat jumps. Mayern by a hair. Can't get on that bomb in time.
By a hair.
We saw that shadow creeping, ready to shot.
Nice.
But a moment here for Furia, and again, I feel like they're almost scared at the thought. They believe they have an empty site, but they get it. They win another disadvantage situations at 2 of the rounds they've got so far.
If there's a world where Furia are going to fight in this quarterfinal, and a 3 versus 5 like that sprinkled in at this moment could wind up being key.
Getting a full change here of K-Serato's PC.
Can you believe Mayern's form again? You know, you mentioned it at the start of this series. You said you go back to the Vitality game. Great, one good map, but only usually one good map in a series. 9-4 at the moment with impact on that A site.
That's what I was so curious about. You know, Mayern's just it's an aberration for that reason. That's what we talk about the stage players. He wasn't part of this 9Z lineup the last 2 times they had an opportunity at a major. They saw something in him. It's very impressive for Mayern. I think there'll be a lot of praise for him after this.
It's important to see that evolution as well from somebody on 9Z's camp, because we go back to Dust 2. You know, the real driving force of this team, the story of their run into playoffs was very much about Luchov's entry ability and then DGT being that secondary rifle right behind him. 2 strong riflers in different roles that drive 9Z to top 8 at a major. That was not a part of Dust 2. He had 2 opening frags. And now we go over to Mirage. We've played far less rounds, 7 rounds into this. He's already got more entries this map than he did in the previous from the CT side.
Wow.
But his opening duels are now coming Luchov's way, which goes to tell you maybe this 9Z second map, even with Mayern at the top of the scoreboard, can bank on what has reliably won them games before.
I'll tell you right now, it's communication that's holding Furia back. What they brought to this major in the last stage showed us, in my opinion, that they're back to the top. They actually had insane game plans. They were not a question coming out of that last stage. They had everything. What we're seeing here is just, they're just not bringing it in, or when they are, it's just too late. Obviously now they're going up against it all. A lot of fans out here for Molodoy.
Fans in both Kazakhstan and Brazil.
Even Canada, Connor.
Even Canada. The ESL player profile with Molodoy came out this event. We take a deep dive into his journey, his just single-handed decision-making to leave behind everything he knew to chase a dream of Counter-Strike, one that he said relates to Fallen because they played both in cyber cafes. And the interesting thing is we go, you know, cyber cafes in 2026. It's not every country that's your journey in, and yet for Kazakhstan, it remains that way. And so Molodoi and Fury and Fallen find that commonality. Their first tournaments for no money. Fallen said he's been thinking about having children and the thought of being a father since bringing Molodoi into this roster.
Going into that relationship, it's clearly very special. Molodoi saying, maybe I'm not, there is no Molodoi, if not for Fallen.
And now the two of them have to dig real deep in this moment. It's a 9Z tactical timeout to try to keep their hands on control of this game.
We'll see if the time to think helped. We've got a full Galil buy here for Furia, which is not comfortable at all. You're going up against a fully stocked 9Z. They've been using their utility very well. Man. All Galils, all utility. What's the master plan here, Furia? Looking like it could be a fast connector split. They're up the ramp, instant op shot, and no one's dead. Oh, good position from K-Serrato.
Да нахуй, K-Serrato, что, читы включил, что ли?
It's gonna come up 9Z in spades.
DGT with 2.
K-Serrato finally has a chance to catch you off with that forward Galil on catwalk. Well, now what about his recovery?
It's insane off of that pause. They took attack after the tech, and they instantly are able to respond to Furia calling a fast game plan. All those Galils are gone. All the money gone.
Great placed incendiary, and there's no support here for Max. Oh no. Wait, doesn't spread wide enough. You'd think no world K-Serrato considers this, and he's got a minute to try to work together the clutch. He'll give up the audio cue, flash comes over. Never would you suspect this, and so totally blindsided by Max, who gets away with it.
Yeah.
Fireproof inside of the windowsill, 9Z up 6-2.
Yeah, and he had the thought to get that molly out too. Another unfortunate moment here for K-Serrato. This half is not beyond reproach for Furia once again. They know it, they've been here before. They didn't get that early scare like 9Z, which I feel like has added so much resilience to them. Otherwise, if not for that Spirit game, I feel like what happened when they played against Aurora could have been happening right here in the quarters.
This round it really felt like momentarily it had legs, but it's in these messy moments that sometimes you see the explosive rifle abilities of 9Z across the board. You're not just banking on one guy to drop that 3K.
And that was playing rounds at home. That's the style of play that they're used to.
It's a shared responsibility they wear well, and one that right now has got Furia against the ropes. We get the Yakindar AK hero buy this time, and sure enough, down in the first duel.
They take top mid control, get denied at the bottom. And Wasso, though, smart move already. They've got a ramp smoke, smoking off connector. It's like they know what's happening every single time. And with Wasso in this position, Mayern has open lines towards connector. Furia are going to have to get extra creative here. This is all about freeing Mayern up. Almost fully pushed on both sides of the map, but at that point, you can get 2 spread out.
Okay, Fallen emerges to the correct side.
Yeah, and Mayern will be fighting by himself for now. Wasso's coming around the ramp.
Flashbang's gonna let him know it's inbound, and luckily for Mayern, he's allowed to just stick on this line, but he misses his shot. It's Beretta's out. A flood of Furia players take to this A site, and now there'll be no question about this bomb plant either. No contest offered up.
Yeah, and they're worried about the right things. They plant default. They know that they haven't killed the second player on A.
You put the op in Molodoi's hands, and Wasso peak arrival out through. Oh, it's and now with that opper dead, pendulum swings momentarily back 9Z's way. K-Serrato's position's been found out, and with a quick headshot on Max, he gets his revenge inside that window. DGT, though, still trying to push this retake forward. We're talking about kits on the side of 9Z. But with flashes up and over, Yuri's gonna go for the swing. Oh, and he misses his chance. Oh, it's down to the final wire. K-Serrano's got him cleared.
They got it.
Right on top of it. It's yet again so close. So close. Furia, given their Hail Mary moments, at least secure their third.
Serrano said, just let me play. Gets that last kill just in time. Keeps this half alive. It's off Tech9's. Furia win.
Finally a round where they actually get vacant space. No contact until ticket booth. How many times have we watched players die? Top mid, off cat, connector, or stairs? Furia slip the net, come out with a fish. Trying to remain slippery from here on out. We get this move from 9Z back out middle to just try to reapply the pressure.
Fallen trying to bring in the audacious plays. A lot more pressure, a lot more active. That's what you love to see. Max down to an MP9. Finally, getting through the money. That's step one. One final real test. And because that's a 1v1, it's expensive for Furia as well. Fallen yet to frag so far on Mirage. Has a bit of a team though. I mean, Luchov flashes, they're gonna see this. Volleys are coming down. He pulls his gun out. Sun's out.
Also back into cover too. It's a quick attempt out of Urias now. He's just gonna grab the grenades, and we've got Max, MP9 in hand, spotted out by K-Serrano. Both will swing through, and that B defense does not hang strong. They will at the very least deal with Yuri and do it fast enough that they could still get this line as the bench cross occurs. You know there's one player back there. There's still a good amount of utility here for Furia to secure a bit of space, but it's numbers advantage 9Z on this retake.
This is actually a difficult decision. If they go for this, they risk all their money. They probably have a better chance next round, but they're 4v3.
They're thinking about it still.
The retakes have been solid.
Flashbang here for Luchov, and that's going to be when they suddenly just burst down through this doorway. Yakindar forced to turn. As he goes back, he gets himself a kill and a half. Fallen there to help him. And now you're fighting up against the disadvantage, and yet Luchov still takes a look. Player over to the bench they'll still know about. From the beginning, they spotted that, and the crossback didn't happen. But Mayern gives this up. Hard-fought battle here for Furia to play catch-up versus 9Z.
Absolute best-case situation here for Furia. They get 9Z to participate in a very scary situation, but they can't get that one kill towards E-Box. Furia keep 2 alive. They win the round. They got through the money. They're still an op here on Mayern. But now they've given themselves a real chance. That's Fallen's first kill of the game, and if he doesn't get it, I guarantee you they lose that retake. It's perfect to flash dodge the frag. And the cohesion there in the setup.
That's really a moment, too, where they didn't get the value out of that double ramp push that they were hoping for, right? K-Serrano dies instantly. Yuri gets a flash off the wall and then dies almost near seconds later.
They're doing what they need to do to get the open sight, which is good.
It was Molodoy and Yuri, but still, point remains. You know, 9Z also had to face a Furia that was clawing back a few rounds in dust too, but they had a stockpile in the reserves to close out that game. Ample chances. This is Furia nipping at your heels. 2 rounds away from tying out this half, and you're forced to come into this one with a bye like this. It's guns in the hands of the best performing 9Z players on Mirage.
Mayern makes it up in the ladder room. Again, the good gun to watch in this round. Osso's got an M4. He immediately evacuates his position. Bomb inside of connector. Oh, the headshot, he survives.
Max's USP up next will finish the job. Unfortunately, can't get damage in the next one, so that'll take the likelihood of Luchov getting anything and throw it out the window. A missed op shot that could have been. Luchov finds a duel here, and it's a great distraction for Wasso P. Straight up kill K-Serrato.
And the op is still in CT. They've got to get this bomb back. They need control of everything.
It's on top of stairs, I think. The bomb is stuck.
It was Fallen who was watching it. They'll go ahead and grab it. Now it's got to be a clutch.
Mayern in the middle of all this. Op tries to go over top of Ticket. And when Kindar comes off of this bomb plan, he is still very much stuck behind Triple. There's no trade possibility here, so great damage on Kindar. He wins his duel and puts this one round from a tied up half.
Yeah, this is not just a comeback. It's turning into a good half now for Furia. They've had to battle through it all to get this chance. Because now they're actually in control of some rounds, which is a huge change of pace. Before only converting losing situations.
Алло. Да. Чай қойып тұрған. Ну да, чай пай қойып тұрған.
Let's see if they can stick the landing. Max doesn't want to regret going for too much information this time. But it's still a Furia who put him as the apple of their eye. Molodoi, can he punish? Oh, he misses.
Golden chance.
The Molly separates them. Can they exec through this?
Fallen loses the duel. Doesn't even get any damage out. Now Luchov versus Yakindar next, and he'll win that one too. Single-handedly holding off towards the ladder. Max perfectly in behind Yuri, slays him with the MP9, and just when it felt like Furia were gonna have a tied half, it's gonna fall to this 2v5 recovery instead. You've got three players layered towards the market. Molodoi strikes one off. At 100 health in 25 seconds, he's also got this bomb.
He's looking for his moment, but he won't be able to fake plant too many times here.
That's what he wants to deliver. A moment of truth. As he's now got DGT down to 47. His op back up. Oh, but DGT slips by.
He's starting to read this correctly.
Yep. He's got wind of this, an eye for it, and now a chance to react as the first bullets sail right by, scoped in on the hunt. And to the other side goes his opposition. He will stick it to them.
Nice, молодой. Я знал.
6-all as Furia find 4 straight.
Ha ha.